This segment is sponsored by the Lakeshore Regional Entity. For most people, a little bit of gambling can be fun and entertaining, but for others, it can get out of hand, causing financial trouble, strained relationships, job issues, even health problems. Amy Embry is prevention manager with the Lakeshore Regional Entity, and she's here with tips for responsible gambling, warning signs for someone who might be getting into trouble, and confidential free help. Hi, Amy.
Good morning.
Seems like gambling is all around us, especially with the uptick in sports betting in Michigan. What are the trends that you're seeing?
You're right. We see this all over, right? On our Facebook feeds, on the ads, on TV. The Michigan Gaming Control Board just recently released the 2022 revenues for the three Detroit casinos, and they're close to $1.3 billion.
Wow.
So we know, along with problem gambling, we also see the revenues are increasing for all these different options.
Betting, we know, can happen very discreetly, right? Right in the palm of your hand with your cell phone. Talk about why that presents a challenge.
Sure. So we see with that the increase in accessibility. So typically people used to have to drive to a store, drive to a casino, and now they have it right on their phone or tablet or computer. We also see how the availability is increased. So 24 hours a day, we can place bets. So maybe somebody who's up at 3 in the morning who typically wouldn't be gambling would choose that because they can't sleep or they're feeling anxious.
Yeah. Your website, stayoutofthedangerzone.com, is all about helping people sort of check themselves at the door and maintain healthy relationships with gambling. But we got to be clear, because you don't want to be the gambling police. It's legal here in Michigan, and it can be a form of occasional entertainment used in the proper way. You're not here to judge, right?
Absolutely not. We just want people to be responsible gamblers. Be good consumers, understand the tips and tricks that the online sports betting brings in, and then also about knowing your own limits. So we want people to know warning signs, and then also where do you go for resources if you need help.
It's hard not to notice all the big jackpots that have been around lately, and now even some of the March Madness pools will be happening. Are these pretty harmless?
But they absolutely can be, right? Gambling disorder doesn't discriminate. So if you gamble, there is risk. So it's interesting that March Madness coordinates to March Gambling Awareness Month. So again, it's just bringing an awareness so people know, if they're concerned, where can I go for help or where can I find more information? So really, that's what we want to stress during this time.
You're also seeing a rise in teen gamblers. And again, it's a click away for a lot of these young people. Tell us a little bit about your website and the 411 for parents.
Absolutely. We just want parents and caregivers to be aware, know how to have conversations that match where your youth is in their development. Have tough conversations, be aware of your attitude toward gambling. And research does show us the younger that youth are exposed to gambling, the more at risk they may be to have a gambling disorder later.
Well, you can access all of this information, find help for yourself or a loved one by visiting stayoutofthedangerzone.com. Stayoutofthedangerzone.com. Amy, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you.